Hey, what's up my friends? There are two crucial things that I think you need to know about this stool before you buy it. I'm gonna talk about those things in just a second, but first, let's go over some of its features, and I also wanna talk about what it's like to actually assemble the stool when you get it. So this is an adjustable height, convertible back stool, and I'll show you what that means in just a second, but I'm gonna pull you a little bit closer so I can show you some of the features of this stool that I like. So first off, let's talk about assembly. So the assembly of this stool is pretty simple when you get it. It took me about 10 to 15 minutes to get it assembled. When it comes, it's in a few different pieces. So each of these legs are its own piece. Each of the caster wheels come as its own piece. And then you have the stem right here. That's its own piece. This foot rest right here is also its own piece. And then the stool bottom is separate from the bottom frame right here. And that's 4 different screws that need to be put into the bottom of the stool, and then it just sits on the post right here. And then right here is where you put on the back of the stool. Now, the cool thing about this stool is if you don't want it to have a back, it's an easy toolless removal of the back. All you have to do is unscrew this hand screw right here, and then you can pull the back of the stool out, just in case you don't want this back to be on the stool, but it's super comfortable with the back. Also, each of these legs right here are a simple screw in there, and there's 5 of them. So total, there's 9 screws that you have to put in, and it also comes with its own Allen wrench. The wheels, the caster wheels, are just an easy push up into the frame. You don't have to use any tools, and they pop in pretty easy. They also roll really nice. I've got them on this rough concrete surface, and they still roll really well even when I'm sitting on it. Even when they get dust up in them, I'm really impressed with the caster wheels on this stool. The footrest right here just slides onto the post, and it's a hand crank adjuster right here. The nice thing about this is that if you need to adjust the height of the footrest, depending on what height you have the stool at, you can easily do that without any tools. You just loosen this up, move it up or move it down to whatever fits you perfectly, and then you're good to go. The padding on this stool is really comfortable. There's plenty of padding on the seat of it. There's also a good amount of padding on the backrest as well. And the backrest is solid. It has a little bit of play in order to form to your back, but it's not gonna be moving around and flimsy like that. Now, obviously, this is an adjustable height. So right here, you have the height adjuster. So when you pull this up and there's no weight on the stool is gonna go higher. I have it at its full height right now. Now, if I were to sit on this, put my weight on it and pull up on this handle, then the stool would go down. In fact, I'm gonna demonstrate that in just a second so you can see how low it goes, because it goes almost to just regular chair height, which is super nice. So right now you have quite a bit of height on this stool, and the footrest is right where I like it for working at my workbench here. But if I were to pull up on this adjustable lever, then the stool goes all the way down, and it's a nice chair, pretty much a nice chair height for my feet to be on the ground. All right, my friends, I hope this video has been helpful in deciding whether or not this is the right stool for you. I also hope you love it as much as I do when you grab one for yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.